After months of negotiations, AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery finally reached a lucrative TV deal. And we get AEW Dynamite 5-year anniversary.
And MVP's bringing in the Hurt Syndicate. We got Shelton Benjamin. Is Bobby Lashley next? And we have huge implications for Wrestle Dream on the 5th-year anniversary show of AEW Dynamite. All that and more coming up on the show. Hit it, Chandler.
Hey, Daver here, and welcome to the show.
Hey, this guy's Chad, and I might not be wearing pants.
We'll never know. Yeah, welcome to the show. All of our subscribers, welcome back. And if you're not a subscriber, do me a huge favor. Get that elbow up.
Elbow's feeling itchy.
Elbow drop that like button. Power bomb that subscribe button and leave a little comment. Let us know what you think. What do you want us to talk about? Anything wrestling, any promotion, any wrestler. Bring it on. We want to talk about it. But yeah, thank you for joining. We had a big 5-year anniversary episode of Dynamite, huh, Chad?
Yeah, it was a hella fun. I thought they did a neat job of giving us a little bit of nostalgia feels. What didn't feel like is crazy celebratory, because I feel like they're also sort of embracing, as you call it, the violence era. So I feel like, it was like there were a lot of good nods to the past, but it was also like looking forward too, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, they had a lot of like before and after, like every segment, they had a little like flashback things that Jericho did and Swerve and Samoa Joe and all kinds of fun stuff going on, little video packages.
Yeah, no, and I had like one theory, and I was super bummed it didn't happen. When they played the clip from the very first episode of Dynamite, where Mox put Kenny through the glass table, I was like, "Oh, this is it. Kenny's coming back. He's gonna put Mox through a glass table." It didn't happen, and I got sad. But it was still a really good show.
Man, we can only hope that we're gonna get Kenny at Wrestle Dream, which we're going to live
Yeah.
in Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, how much did you pop when you saw that match graphic of the three-way? Where like, we get to see this live?
Yeah, Takeshita, Ospreay, and Ricochet.
Jesus.
Not too happy with how the ending of the match panned out, but we got a great match at Wrestle Dream out of it, so I'm kind of happy, kind of not happy. Uh, but yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about that. But yeah, 2.5 hour long show. Huge overrun.
Uh-huh.
Did not expect it to go that late.
No,
But
I gotta
yeah.
late start watching that show. I was up till 12:30.
Oh man, oh man, it's way past your bedtime.
Yeah, I'm old.
But yeah, I had a fun time. It really flew by for me. I watched it live, so yeah, a lot of fun moments. We got a good or a big debut. Shelton Benjamin joining MVP in the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I mean, it's all but guaranteed now. We're gonna have Bobby
Yeah.
Lashley showing up. Um,
I have a
I like,
theory, but I'll save that for later.
yeah, I like that theory. Uh, we got Darby Allen, open challenge,
He
for
needs
Wrestle.
more promos like that.
It was good. It
Yeah.
was damn good. Um, Hangman versus Juice Robinson, dude. Juice
That brought it.
Robinson is over. The
No,
crowd loves that guy.
for a stacked card, for me, that was almost my match of the night. Like, technically speaking, it was pretty good, but I don't know. I got into that one so much. I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I for a minute I was like, "Oh man," like I kept thinking Juice might eke it out or something, and like I was on the hook for that match.
Dude, I love his, like, old school, like,
Yeah,
jabs, dude. Fucking
yeah,
love it. Love that. No, he's something special. Um, and, yeah, that match got us, the return of Jay White,
oof,
looking jacked,
yeah.
tan, huge.
Well, no, Bang Bang Gang feels like $1,000,000. Like, think even slightly before they still like formed, like the Guns or these punks. Now it's like top of the card. Give me that entrance every episode. Like that's got to be the most goated episode in all of wrestling right now.
Yep, best entrance in wrestling for sure. Yeah, Juice Robinson, the Bang Bang Gang are faces now? Okay.
Yeah,
All
they're getting the
right.
face pop. Sure, why not?
I like that. Yeah, really good stuff. We're gonna have Shibata versus Jack Perry at the pay-per-view. Um, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Chandler was kind of saying before on the last episode, there's some kind of connection between Shibata and Antonio uh Inoki, and yeah, he was kind of like anointed in a
yeah.
way. So, and
His
that's like,
chosen one.
yeah, that's kind of the whole vibe and the whole essence of Wrestle Dream was originally to honor Antonio Inoki. So,
Yeah,
that makes sense. I love Shibata. Like, he is really good.
yeah.
Really good. I love his bit with the phone to communicate. That's
Uh-huh.
so good. Comedy gold. Um, Britt Baker, Serena Deeb.
Yeah,
It kind of sucked.
yeah. Fell flat for me. I don't know. I just feel like Britt just does not have chemistry with anybody anymore.
Yeah, like I don't get it. I popped hard for Queen Aminata coming out to
Oof.
save
Yeah,
the day. She's got some like organic, she's got it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, no, she's an up and coming star, and I feel like they're recognizing that because they threw her into a storyline. She's not just a jobber who shows up off of Ring of Honor every now and then. She's got a storyline.
Yep. Absolutely. Um, how about this weird thing about Taz being attacked?
That was strange.
That was really
Uh,
weird.
Another theory I'll pop onto it later when you get to the that segment.
Okay. All right. But yeah, that was kind of weird for me. And then it's almost like he maybe just like hurt his knee and then
Yeah.
they made a storyline out of it because
Why not? It's wrestling. Wrestling's weird, man. The best storylines is when shit goes wrong and they just gotta pivot.
yeah, yeah, because Christian Cage did his little promo and
Yeah.
he mentioned hook,
Yeah, line
line,
and
and
single. Yeah, that was my theory.
sinker.
I was like, "Oh, you attacked his dad because you're Christian Cage,
Dude, wow, love it, love it, love it, love it.
our undisputed next AEW champion."
Yep, yep. Uh, I kind of like Private Party getting the squash on Iron Savages.
Yeah, that was surprising.
The gin and juice was a little sloppy, but I like it nonetheless.
Yeah,
Stokely Hathaway looking on, smiling too. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, then we got a big main event. Brian Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada. First 20 minutes of the match, both titles are on the line
yeah,
because of uh, Continental
yeah,
Classic rules. After the 20 minutes, just the world championship is on the line. That made sense. Like a lot of
yeah,
people were dogging that. Like it's
yeah,
too
yeah. MGF
confusing.
actually had a funny tweet about that earlier in the day.
He did. But it made crystal clear sense to me. Um, but yeah, before we get into the actual episode, how about that TV rights deal?
Oh man, so happy for them. Speaking of convoluted, though, it's the Max thing is like what? So if you have Max, you can get a discount. Yeah, like whatever. I guess it'll still save me money in the long run.
Yeah, it should. We don't know how much pay-per-views are gonna be, but they're a discounted rate.
Yeah.
I've got here, from Variety magazine, financial terms of the deal were not disclosed, but according to sources, the deal is valued at upwards of 150 million per year, when all elements are taken into account. Under the new deal, AEW shows Dynamite and Collision will remain on TBS and TNT respectively. But for the first time since launch in 2019, AEW programming will stream live on Max simultaneously for US subscribers and will be available to stream on demand starting in January 2025. Tony Khan goes on to say, "We are honored to announce the extension of our incredible partnership with Warner Brothers Discovery. This extension continues the tradition of iconic wrestling events broadcast on TBS and TNT, while also establishing a new legacy for AEW through weekly live streams on Max for years to come." He goes on to thank David Zaslav, Kathleen Finch, and everyone at Warner Brothers Discovery. And yeah, he wants to thank everyone who made it possible. Yeah, big, big, big news. A lot of
Yeah.
people were kind of doubting him and dogging him. Eric Bischoff
Yeah.
was like, "Where's the deal?" It
Yeah,
happened.
weirdly enough, what was the estimated like $170 million a year, somewhere in that ballpark. Estimations, no, nothing confirmed, but still, yeah, shoot, that stuff probably takes time to hammer out. Weirdly enough, got to get all the
Yeah.
lawyers involved, and yeah,
No one has talked about or confirmed whether the entire library will be on Max, but they gotta, man.
yeah,
I really want that because I want for us to be able to do like retro views on old dynamites, you know?
yeah, yeah, or even just be able to access the old pay per views. I mean, I know between me and you, we've got them all, but like, I don't know about you, but I started on Fight, then went to Bleacher, then Triller's about to be a thing. Like, who wants to go through three freaking apps just to find what the thing you're looking for? Like, yeah, just put it in
Yeah.
one spot for me.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um, yeah, this is gonna be the future of sports and television as a
Yeah,
whole, man. Streaming.
yeah,
They've got their foot in the door, AEW that is. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm hoping the pay-per-views are like 25 bucks.
yeah,
We're all already paying what, like 15 bucks or somewhere around that for Max. So
yeah, yeah. Then I don't have to look at the stupid Hulu interface anymore.
dude, I am so tired of Hulu. Are you over Hulu?
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
clunky.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
the only thing I use it for now is AEW, and it's like doing that, then getting the live subscription, yada yada. I was like, then the price keeps creeping up. It's more than my cable bill now. Like, what the hell?
mhm.
I cut the
Yep.
cable for a reason.
Yeah. I keep having a problem with Hulu where they're not recording the overrun. Even if I go to record like Modern Family
Yeah,
after
it doesn't get
Dynamite,
it.
it doesn't get it. Like there's something weird going on, or I'll get on there and Dynamite's 2 hours, but they'll only record 30 minutes of Dynamite and it'll get to that point and it'll keep playing, but you can't skip ahead.
Ah,
So like I'm like, "Oh, I just need to figure out this one move on like the second to the last match and refine my notes, but I can't do that. I have to like sit there and wait for it to like play
yeah,
through the whole thing." It's just garbage. Hulu is hot garbage.
yeah.
I've called them multiple times and they're just like, we don't
is
know."
is what it is.
Yep. So yeah, this could be a really good thing. I'm really happy for AEW. Um, they're going to be around for at least 3 more years. They've got an
Yeah.
option for a fourth year to be picked up.
Ooh.
Dave Meltzer was kind of saying that like the first year is um, not quite 150, but then the second year's higher, and then if they opt for the fourth year, it'll be a lot more. So
Yeah. Cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm all for it. It's big news. Um, AEW healthy, thriving, about to be the second most profitable wrestling company
Yeah.
uh in all of history behind WWE. That's
Uh-huh.
a big deal.
Yeah. No, that's great. The thing we love keeps going on, and I don't have to like worry about it. Boom.
Yes. Yep, I don't want to have to worry. That's my main thing here. And yeah, it just, people that we're all used to being on
Yeah.
Warner Brothers channels, so they don't have to move around. I mean, they could still do that Fox Shockwave show,
Yeah.
which did you hear Swerve kind of like let that leak a little bit? Have you heard
No.
about that? He didn't know there was a phone recording him at some place he was talking, and he was like, "Yep, we're definitely going to Fox," basically.
Sweet.
And he came out after that and said he wishes he could take that back. He didn't
Oh,
know. Uh, but yeah, I can see that happening for sure. Maybe putting Shockwave on Thursday. I mean, what they got to compete against TNA?
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, um, let's see. But yeah, other than that big news, let's go ahead and get right into that 5-year anniversary Dynamite, shall we?
Yeah. What a show.
What a show. We open up with a video package slash promo from the BCC. I guess they're still called that. I don't know. I haven't heard
Yeah.
otherwise. Pac is saying, "War is upon us," and they call out Yuta. They want him to make the right choice. He's a lion, not a fluffy creature. John Moxley calls out Danielson. He wants that belt, and he's sending Daddy home for good. Aw, poor Birdie and Bernie. I guess
yeah.
I think that's his son's name. Uh, but yeah, after that, we figure out we got Nigel on commentary because Taz got attacked and his
Yeah.
knee is injured. So I'm all for Nigel. He's my second favorite
Yeah.
commentary behind Tony Schiavone of all time.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, he gives me like Bobby Heenan vibes now. Like
yeah,
just the right combination of like heel and buffoon and funny but serious when he needs to be. Like, yeah, he's kind of a total package.
he's gold, commentary gold. So yeah, we go right into Ricochet versus Will Ospreay. They're having their match for the international title. Um, Don Callis and family stop Osprey before he goes out and says they need to talk about last week. Osprey said he's got a match, and Don and Kyle Fletcher say, "All right, we got to leave to catch a flight anyway." Takeshita stares Will Osprey down.
Yeah. Just
Ooh,
mm,
yep, it's good stuff, man. Uh, so they do this little bit. Ricochet and Osprey, where both men land on their feet after multiple moves. They both land in like superhero poses on the ground, kind of like Jaden from Prestige.
yeah.
Fun stuff. Ricochet uh, gives Osprey a Hurricane Rana off the barricade. Both men use their opponents to flip off of each other. Osprey gives Ricochet a Spanish fly. Ricochet takes an Oz cutter on the apron. Osprey lands on his feet when Ricochet gives him a top rope Hurricane Rana. Ricochet gives Osprey an Oz cutter. covers him for a 2 count. Then Ricochet counters a hidden blade with a backslide bomb, which I don't think I've ever seen that move.
No,
It
I'm
was
pretty sure he just made that up.
it was pretty cool. Um, and then a pile driver covers Osprey for 2. Osprey hits Ricochet with a Styles Clash, then an Oz Cutter. Then he covers, but Ricochet kicks out. Ricochet counters a hidden blade with one of his own, and then hits a shooting star press from the top rope. He covers, but Osprey kicks out. Osprey counters the Vertigo with a Poison Rana. Then Ricochet hits the Poison Rana on Osprey. Osprey then hits Ricochet with a hidden blade, and they both go down. Osprey falls down on Ricochet. Uh, both men's shoulders were down on the mat, causing the ref to count both men and declare a draw. Boo. The
Yeah.
crowd is pissed. So I was just like, what? Like it just seemed clunky. And like you were telling
Yeah.
me off camera, Osprey was kind of like
Yeah, you
moving
had to
in
sort of
position.
scoot to get into position, and for me, that just immediately breaks the immersion. It's just like, "Ah, come on, you guys are, like, having such a great match," and then it just feels kind of, you broke my suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, yeah. So if that wasn't bad enough, so they want to keep going. So the match is restarted thanks to Tony Khan. Not long after, though, Takeshita runs out and interferes, takes out Osprey first, causing a DQ, causing Ricochet to win,
Yeah.
I believe, right? Uh, with the DQ, or how did that? I don't know the actual
No,
outcome.
Osprey. Technically, Osprey should have won. I didn't even pay attention to what the technical result was, but if he hit
Okay, yeah,
Osprey for, yeah, then
yeah. Okay. But yeah, just super convoluted. Uh, so yeah, Takeshita takes out both men. We get a DQ. Um, yeah, not very happy about that.
yeah,
We do
weird way
get
to get there, but we get the match at Wrestle Dream that I'm kind of like, all right, I'll allow it.
yeah, they didn't announce it on the show, but we are getting Osprey, Ricochet, and Takeshita in a three-way
Yeah,
match for the international title. So I don't like the draw. I think they should have just left it there.
yeah,
And then I do like Takeshita being in the match.
yeah,
Like that's good for Takeshita. It's going to be a great match. We're going to see that live. I
yeah.
like it a lot,
It's
but
gonna be bonkers. I'm gonna have no voice at the end of it.
yeah, I really wanted deep in my heart of hearts Takeshita Okada at
Mm,
Wrestle Dream. That's what I
would have been
really
good.
wanted. But you had a kind of a good point about that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna save that for the C2. We're what, about a month away, a little more maybe, for C2 season. So they've been teasing it, and I think that's the play. Is maybe that's the, like, yeah, Takeshita maybe wins the thing and then has to fight Okada for the belt, or I don't know how that's gonna shape out. Or does the winner just get it? I don't know, but
Yeah, so the winner. Wait, I thought the winner faces the champion, right? Or
oh,
maybe,
okay,
maybe not.
yeah,
I don't
well,
know. We'll find out.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't feel like Ricochet and Osprey were, you know, giving it their all in this match.
yeah,
Everything was a little slow motion, a little less fluid. There were a lot of cool spots, but I don't feel like they were uh, what both men could
yeah.
do fully, you know?
Yeah. So hopefully they're just leaving some stuff in the tank for the big pay-per-view match. Like hopefully that's the case, because and it's not like a weird chemistry thing or something, because
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's only 9 days away.
Yeah. 9 days.
But yeah, got the DQ. After that, we get a Mercedes Monet promo. Blah blah blah. Money changes everything. Blah blah blah. We get a Dynamite best moments package, but it's all her.
That was kind of funny.
Um, and then the real takeaway from this promo was MVP walks up and gives Mercedes his card. Well, how
Yeah.
do you feel about that? Is she a fit for the Hurt Syndicate?
Yes, I think she needs something that's gonna make her interesting and palatable, and MVP is, for me, like a Paul Heyman level, mouthpiece. He could do that. Put her in a faction and have somebody else talk for her.
First female Hurt Syndicate member,
Yeah, hell yeah.
or Hurt Business for that matter. Yeah, I think that could work. She needs something. She
Yeah.
doesn't need to be doing promos on her own.
No, and really, how long has it even been since she's popped up on TV? It's been a few weeks.
It has for
And I
sure.
hadn't even really noticed it until she popped back up. I was like, "Oh, yeah, kinda forgot about her."
Yeah, yeah. I'm with you. I think this could work. Um, maybe she could kind of be a little less flamboyant, a little more serious. Yeah, yeah. I think if they turned her into a vicious heel,
Yeah.
I'm into it. Yeah, we'll see where that goes. Then
Mhm.
we got Renee Paquette trying to interview the Guns about Hangman Page, but Hangman sneaks up behind him with a chair and
Huh.
attacks them. Really liked that, man. Made the Guns look sympathetic.
Yeah.
Made Hangman look even more like a crazed loon. Man, I love Hangman Page.
Yeah, he can
So
do no
compelling.
wrong.
So compelling. Um, and after that, we get TV time with Chris Jericho, and I didn't hate it.
No.
Uh, didn't hate it. Jericho takes credit for AEW Dynamite and the TV deal.
That was
Uh,
funny.
uh, let's see. He wants a ROH World Title match at Wrestle Dream, and he wants to not be the Ocho, but the Nueva. Love it.
Spanish.
Spanish. Uh, Mark Briscoe comes out. He talks about not making excuses about Jericho pinning him last week. He kind of puts over Jericho. Um, all of his accomplishments. Jericho says Mark Briscoe will never be as good as Jay Briscoe. Ooh.
Yeah. Um, I great heat to get on that. Wrong person to do it. I think that because you can only say that for the first time once, and I feel like that should have been for a bigger, hotter feud than Chris Jericho. Great, cool thing to say, cool spot. I just think wrong person, wrong time.
Yeah, so that makes Mark Briscoe pretty mad, and he decks him and accepts the match.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get to see that at Wrestle Dream. I'm happy about that. Man, Jericho better not win. Or
No.
no, what did we decide? We want him to win and disappear
Yeah,
on Ring
yeah,
of Honor,
yeah. Go to
go
Ring of
away.
Honor. Bye.
Bye. Okay, yeah. So Jericho, all my prediction points.
Haha.
Cool. Yeah, then we get a Darby Allin promo that was really good,
Yes. More
passionate.
of those. Just in his own voice, he wasn't being all emo goth. Like he felt like Darby Allen, like just a dude talking. It was great.
Yeah, man. He tells a story about getting spit on while riding the bus and standing up to three guys, even though one had a switchblade knife. Uh, Taught him the lesson that you got to stand up for yourself. He calls out anyone for an open challenge at Wrestle Dream. Who's it gonna be, Chad?
Oh, it's got to be Lashley. Gotta be Lashley. Please be Lashley. I think that'd be
And
so
he
cool. Just come out and
mops
just like,
mops the floor.
yeah, give him like I said, make turn him into your AEW Brock Lesnar. Have him come out and just uncomfortable John Cena style, just wreck the floor with him.
yeah, I'm with you there. I like it a lot. Could that potentially be the no, no. If Shane McMahon were to show up, it would be during Moxley
Oh
and
yeah.
Danielson. That would be the spot for that. So yeah, this
Yeah.
is Lashley. This is Lashley.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. And then Swerve comes out to save him
Yeah, yeah, like, yeah, at the end, maybe, like, there's a post-match beatdown, and then that's where he comes out. I'd be
in
into
his
it.
hometown.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
because yeah, right now, there's, like it looks like, Swerve's in theory getting the night off, but it's Tacoma, like, not only that it's Washington, he's from Tacoma, he's gotta be there.
yeah, absolutely. It would be asinine for him not to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bobby Lashley uncomfortably destroys Darby Allin. Post-match beatdown. Swerve comes down for the save. I like it. Then we get Hangman Adam Page versus Juice Robinson. One hell of a match, dude. I am all about Juice Robinson right now. The guns,
Yeah,
the
I don't
whole
know.
Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah, same. For me, Juice took the longest amount of time. Like for me, I always thought he's entertaining. Like when it was like, especially when he was like mixing up with Ricky Starks, Ricky and all that. I was like, he's funny, but I didn't really get him. Now I'm like, man, there's not a single person in the Bang Bang Gang I don't give a shit about. Like they're all amazing.
Yeah, he would have been there quicker if he wasn't out for like what
Yeah,
5 months or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, I am all on board for the Bang Bang Gang. Juice Robinson can do no wrong. Hangman can do no wrong. This is some good stuff here. Uh, this stems from the lumberjack strap match.
yeah.
Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman Adam Page. Juice Robinson got hung in the ropes with a strap from
Uh huh.
Hangman. So yeah, Page attacks Juice on the ramp. Juice pulls out the strap from the match and whips Page with it. Page gets it from him and then whips Juice with it. Hangman threw it in the crowd too. That would be a
Yeah.
freaking memento, wouldn't it?
Oof. Yeah.
Uh, maybe one day, like, go to a booth and get them to sign it when they're like old timers.
That would
That'd
be
be freaking
amazing.
cool. So yeah, they brawl in the stands. Juice throws a cup of beer in Page's face and smashes a bucket of popcorn over his head. They get in the ring and Juice chokes Page with his own belt. We get to picture in picture. We come back. Juice misses a cannonball in the ring. Uh, Adam Page ends up pummeling him on the floor. Juice finally gets to Cannonball Page, but they're on the floor and it's up against a barricade. The barricade collapses. That was a really fun spot.
Yeah.
Page gives Juice a fallaway slam into the corner. Juice counters an avalanche deadeye with a power bomb. Page low blows Juice and then hits a buckshot lariat for the win. Page then chokes Juice with his belt and hangs him again. Then we get Jay White returning, coming out to make the save. Page runs to the crowd, and Jay White just chases him out there and spears him through a table that was set up earlier and never got to be used. So, yeah, it was great, man. Really great moment. I popped
Yeah.
hard. Jay White looked incredible. He's been putting on some muscle mass. You could clearly tell.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the Bang Bang Gang are really over, and their faces now.
Yeah. Yeah. They're hot acts, man. And mixing it up with Hangman, like, ooh, there's like that's the main event shine right there.
Yeah,
I
man.
wonder if
So
I wonder if Hangman's just gonna keep being the one man army, or is he gonna have to friend up and go faction versus faction or what?
Right? Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Wow. He can't turn to the Dark Order.
No.
That bridge has been burned. Um, but yeah, we're clearly getting Page versus Jay White at Wrestle Dream, right?
God, I hope so. It feels like that feels like that could actually steal a show too, like
Yep.
low key.
Yep. It feels right. It feels right, man. But yeah, love the match. There wasn't any part of the match that was like lame or stupid or it didn't bog down at any point. It was just
No, it
nonstop
didn't overstay. It
action.
was welcome. Like it was nonstop, and it was pretty quick for a for such a high octane match. Like sometimes AEW likes to just give you a little more than you need, and that one felt like just right for the timing.
Absolutely. Yeah, can't say enough good things about Paige, and the Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah,
They can all of them can do no wrong right now.
yeah, yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, I hope we get the Bang Bang Gang entrance live because I've seen it live once now, and I'm like, I love this.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Cool, yeah, great match. Man, I don't know. I think all in all, man, I might have liked that more than the main event.
Yeah, the main event was a good story, but for me, anyways, it was get hitting around midnight, and I was getting real sleepy, and
Yes.
they told a great story, but that first 20 minutes drug like intentionally. That was Okada's strategy, and it was good. Like that was like a New Japan Okada match, just a slow burn to an insane ending. But
Mhm.
that the other one was just pedal to the metal. Like we're not even gonna get to the bell ringing to start the match. We're just going. And
Yep.
the other one, it was good. And maybe if I watched it earlier in the day, I would have been like more appreciative of it. But by the end, I was like, just get to the good stuff. I'm so tired.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, loved it. Great match. After that, we get Renee Paquette trying to interview Jack Perry. Jack Perry pulls up, and Shibata walks up and pulls out his phone, and it says, "You and me for the TNT title at Wrestle Dream." Perry says, "I'll think about it," and walks away. And then Shibata turns to Renee, and Perry runs up and attacks Shibata out of nowhere and roughs him up and says, "I accept." So, yep, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind Jack Perry.
No, no, no. He's like I said, like I feel like they're keeping him irrelevant and then they're waiting for a big moment for him. Like he's just gonna do some cool shit in the background, then eventually the spotlight's gonna turn back to him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speaking of like putting on bulk like Jay White, I think Perry's starting to bulk up a little bit. Darby is too. They're putting
Yeah.
on some. I think they're realizing that the padding helps. They're
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
bumps.
Yeah, no, it's like in CVV interview, that's what Osprey said. Like he was like it's the reason why he bulked up a little because he's like, yeah, he loses a little bit of mobility, but like for longevity's sake, he's like, I need that to protect myself so I can keep doing this 10 years from now.
Yeah, it's only logical.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah. After that little segment, we got Brian Danielson doing a little promo here. Uh, uh, let's see. He says like "fuck John Moxley" or something.
yeah,
Uh, he calls out Okada. It says AEW. This is for you. Um, yeah. He said it's not his belt. It's AEW's belt. I
yeah.
like that. Britt Baker versus Serena Deeb after that. This match just fell flat for me. It was Britt Baker's hometown. I don't even feel like the crowd was like
Nah, no, it
that
was I
into
mean,
it.
she still got a pop, but like think of those for like think of when she was over and they went to Pittsburgh, like those times, like that place was white hot for her. Now it's like, oh cool, yay, she's our hometown girl. Cool.
Yeah. Um So yeah, Britt goes for the lockjaw really early, but Serena Deeb escapes. We got Mariah May watching in the crowd. Serena Deeb gets Britt in a single leg crab. Britt Baker gets to the ropes. Britt Baker is favoring her knee at this point. I couldn't tell if it was just trying to sell it or it was real. Britt pulls out her glove, but Deeb gives Britt Baker a dragon screw. Baker counters a Deeb tox with an air raid crash. Britt Baker gives Serena Deeb an avalanche air raid crash, covers for two. Britt Baker finally gets Deeb in the lockjaw for the win. Deeb goes to attack Britt Baker, but Queen Aminata comes out to make the save. That was where I popped.
Yeah.
Uh,
Man, we've been
love
singing
Queen
her
Aminata.
praises for months, and it's like I think we even said this in like the last within the last couple of weeks. Like she needs to start picking up wins or getting involved in stories because like she's a really cool jobber that we want to see do more than just be a jobber. And it's like they're doing it. She's in a story. Cool.
Mhm. I like her more than Serena Deeb, more than Deanna Perrazzo. I like
Yeah.
her more than Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder what kind of merch she has. I might have to support her. Uh, but yeah, love Queen Aminata. And I like Mariah May just laughs.
Yeah.
They just show her just cracking up. That was good. That was a good little addition to that. I thought that really helped and it added something that it needed. Like just like, oh my god, look at these bitches. you know?
Uh-huh.
It's good stuff. Uh yeah, the match itself fell flat as hell for me. Even Serena Deeb like I didn't feel like she had her normal
Yeah.
uh prowess.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's a Baker issue, Deeb issue, both of them together, but that one I was like, "Oh, cool." Like I was like, it's guaranteed to at least be like a solid wrestling match, and I was just like,
Yeah. I thought for sure they had a singles match together, but I went back and looked. I don't think they have. They were just in like a four-way match at one
uh,
point.
yeah.
So I thought for sure they had a singles match at one point. Anyway, after that, we get a Hook interview. Someone attacked Taz in a parking lot. He got rushed to. So why would they rush him to New York?
Right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Hook
Yeah, we're taking
says,
the hospital. Yo, take me back to New York. That's where all the real doctors are. But sir, the hospital's like 4 blocks away. I said take me to New York. Okay, whatever, you're Taz. Let's just go.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're in
Send,
Pittsburgh,
send the
Pennsylvania.
ambulance bill to Tony Khan. He'll pay it. Do you know how
Yep.
much that is, Tony Khan? I am financially ruined now.
Yep. But yeah, yeah. Hook says, if you start shit with my family, I'm coming for you. So then we get Christian Cage, your undisputed next AEW champion.
Yeah.
Uh he says soon he will have it all. And he says the line hook, line, and sinker. So he's the one who attacked Taz?
I hope so, because it's a father thing, and that's just awesome.
Yep, yep, yep. Uh, speaking of the patriarchy, poor Luchasaurus. I hope he gets better.
Yeah.
Double
Yeah.
pneumonia. Shit. Uh, but yeah, that's probably why they didn't have Mother Wayne or Nick
Yeah.
Wayne in that shot with him. They like, oh, well, where's Kill Switch?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm cool with it. I don't know. Maybe they'll have some like security footage of the attack
Right?
or something.
Yeah. I'm kind of almost hoping maybe as a prelude to like maybe eventually mixing up with Christian Cage, maybe for Wrestle Dream we get Nick Wayne, who's also a Washington boy, against Hook. Two young men
Ooh,
get Nick Wayne on that card. Maybe it'd even just be on the 0 hour, but whatever. I mean, I love watching Nick Lane. He's great, especially live.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely for that.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
great,
I remember when
actually.
he was at Prestige, he was the mystery third man for the last minute replacement in that three-way.
Yep.
Whew, man, he was hot.
Yep. Yep. No one does it in AEW. Nick fucking
Yeah,
Lane.
yeah, yeah. That was also my first time hearing the "fuck that pole" chant too, when Nick Wayne got thrown
Yeah.
into the pole.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, we got to hear that the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun stuff. Let's see. We got Mariah May talking about all the titles that Willow lost. Willow hears her talking shit and walks up, and then they brawl. Yeah, Willow versus Mariah May
Yeah, I'm
at
into
Wrestle
it.
Dream,
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
into it.
they'll probably do Mina and Mariah May at
Yeah.
Full Gear.
Yeah, the only disappointment, and they've already kind of even alluded to it in this promo, which is, Willow's like lost almost every title shot she's had, and she's lost every title that she's had now too. And it's like, yeah, I kind of don't want to see her lose that, but still, I mean,
Yeah.
I love Willow. Seeing her live's great too. She's another one. Like I like her on TV, but live, she's just way cooler for some reason.
I mean, especially watching her at Prestige, like
Yeah,
15 feet away from you, just kicking ass.
yeah, and you can
That was
sort of hear her
good.
shit talking too, because she's actually really funny. That the mics don't always pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she'll be winning. Apparently Mina Shirakawa and Tony Storm tag team together in
I
Stardom.
heard that. I've seen some clips, that funny little everybody did the booty bump thing and all that. Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, I like how yeah, apparently Tony Storm's going on a little excursion. She's
Yeah.
doing Stardom and then she's going to CMLL next week.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, dude, I like that. That's great.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how WCW used to do it back in the day. Like you got a wrestler like Sting, maybe not necessarily getting stale, but
Yeah.
and you just send them over to Japan for a while.
Yeah, why not?
They get to keep, you know,
Yeah.
wrestling and they're not getting rusty, but then they come back and they're
Yeah.
fresh and new again. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get that pop. Always good to see them when they come back, and sometimes too, it's like, yeah, you just finished a storyline. You don't need to be in another one right away. Just let some other people get the shine, and then you come back when it's time.
yep. Yep, I love that. I really really like to hear that she's still performing. She's probably learning some new things. It's
Yeah.
good for everyone. She's not taking the spotlight like you said. Yeah, good stuff. After that, we get a really quick squash match. Private Party beating the Iron Savages with gin and juice. Really quick match. Stokely Hathaway looks on in the back and he's smiling. Zay calls out the Bucks for a match right then and there. The Bucks come out. Matthew suggests they have a match right then, but then he backs out like a little bitch. Jack Perry attacks Private Party from the back, and the Bucks jump in, and then Shibata runs out to even the odds. Christopher Daniels comes out and proposes Private Party and Shibata versus the Young Bucks and Jack Perry on something called Rampage.
Yeah, I think we accidentally reviewed that once. Did we like lose a
Yeah,
bet or something?
yeah. Yeah, there could only be like potentially like eight-ish more rampages left. Ooh. So yeah, um, due to the fact that the Bucks have limited dates and they were taping Rampage after that, that made
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So really they just were at one show
Yeah.
in their mind. Cool, yeah. So that's gonna happen on Rampage, and I'll never know the outcome.
Yeah. I don't know if they
Uh,
even had the match or they just like kayfabe that they did the match.
yep, they can pretend. Then we get MVP's big announcement. He's interrupted by Prince Nana, and reminds MVP that he used to be a wrestler. I loved
Yeah.
that. That was great because we were just talking about that. We both watched some
Yeah.
video from some YouTuber, Prince Nana. He was like kind of jacked, like a
Yeah.
little stocky little dude. MVP says that sounds like a complaint, and he doesn't deal with complaints, but he does, and
Yeah.
they pan over. It's Shelton Benjamin,
Yeah.
baby. Woo! He takes Nana's coffee, drinks it, and walks away. So we're getting Bobby Lashley. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
two ways about that. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. So is is so what do you think? Is Darby Allen going to be the first victim?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be that open challenge.
Oof.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oof.
poor
Oh
Darby. Poor Darby.
God, he's gonna look like a toddler next to that guy.
Yep. I'm really looking forward to this. I like where you're going with that. Make him the Brock Lesnar of
Yeah.
AEW and boom boom done. Yeah. Wow, we're already at the main event. Like
It's time.
it's time. Brian Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada, belt for belt. The Continental Classic belt is only on the line for the first 20 minutes because of the C2 rules that the matches can only be 20 minutes. And for the first 20 minutes, no one can be at ringside, just like the C2 rules. Again, I these rules made complete crystal clear sense to me.
Yeah.
Like it was good.
Wasn't
I
that
liked it.
difficult. Wasn't that difficult.
No, no. Yeah, it was, and I'm glad they like thought to do that and adhere by them. It was really nice.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
surprised we got the after the 20 minutes are up, we got the one we got. I thought for sure the elite were gonna come out.
yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, that was pretty surprising actually. Um, so yeah, let's see. Okada tries to uh kill the 20 minutes so he doesn't lose his belt. Slow, methodical, rolling out of the ring, killing time. Danielson misses a diving headbutt. Okada gets the money clip on Danielson. Danielson escapes. Okada sets Danielson on the top turnbuckle and drop kicks him off the top turnbuckle. Danielson falls to the floor. Danielson throws Okada into the barricade twice and then gives him a running knee on the outside. Danielson topes Okada from the ring while Okada's on the rampway. Danielson gives Okada yes kicks, but Okada rolls him up. Danielson tries to get Okada into the label lock, but Okada escapes. Okada nails Danielson with an elbow drop. Then Danielson reverses a Rainmaker with a triangle lock into the label lock. At this point, we're at 19 minutes. Uh, Okada gets to the ropes. Danielson hits a Psycho knee, but Okada rolls to the floor, killing the time. 20 minutes have elapsed. No Continental Classic belt on the line anymore. Danielson springboards on Okada on the floor. Uh, dude, I love that he's using that move
Yeah.
now. It's freaking insane. He should not be doing that.
No. Nah, and he knows what he's doing. He knows that he's playing with everybody's emotions every time he does that.
Yep. God, I love it, dude. He's becoming one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Danielson. And I've only seen him wrestling for 3 years now.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Uh,
I wish I was clued into him pre WWE because like the glimpses I see of his like his Ring of Honor stuff when he was like really going hard and like oh man, I wish I was more hip to that before that because like I only really started following him in WWE and yeah now that's like you get to see some glimpses of the Ring of Honor, like the old footage. It's like, man, I really need to look into that.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Um, Okada gives Danielson a tombstone pile driver on a chair on the floor. Danielson counters a rainmaker with let's see, yes kicks. Then Danielson kicks his fucking head in. Okada hits the rainmaker, countering a Psycho knee. Both men are down. They both give each other multiple forearm strikes. They both give each other Psycho knees. Danielson gives Okada a rainmaker and covers Okada, but Okada kicks out. Danielson gives Okada hammer and anvil elbows. Then Okada plants Danielson and gives him multiple lariats. At this point, Pac and Claudio show up in the crowd. Danielson uh, pins Okada with a backslide while Okada is distracted. Okada gives Danielson a rainmaker and flips off Claudio and Pac and takes off. Claudio and Pac hold up Danielson and Moxley appears. Moxley says it's not about him. It's not about him. If it was, he would have put Danielson out of his misery a long time ago. And that's what's getting people thinking it's Shane
Yeah.
McMahon.
Well, yeah, that and he keeps saying it's bigger than you, it's bigger than me. This isn't about me. And I was like, yeah, no, there's something to play. Like if it's not Shane O'Mac, then it better be something just as cool. But like especially since there was that the Young Bucks photo now, it's like uh
Yep. Yep. Yuta runs out with a hammer and everyone scatters. Moxley gets back in the ring. Danielson attacks Moxley and they all brawl. Um, Moxley and company run out of the ring. Yuta says Pac and Claudio have to go through him to get to Danielson. And next week, Yuta and Danielson versus Pac and Claudio on the Title Tuesday edition of Dynamite, running head to head against
yeah.
NXT. And I wrote at the end, no Shane.
Yet.
Uh, yeah, yet. But yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed the episode. I think my low point was the DQ on the Ricochet
Yeah.
Osprey match, and my high
Yeah,
point was
I felt yeah, I felt like that if they would have just smoothed all that out somehow, that probably would have been my match of the night.
yeah, yeah. They should have just ran out of time. Just did
Yeah,
a time limit draw, and then
yeah,
Takeshita comes out, and like they should have done a time limit draw, not the stupid double pin.
yeah,
And then right when they're like, "Yeah, we wanna keep going, and we think we're gonna get that," then Takeshita comes out and just beats the
yeah,
shit out of them.
yeah,
I think that would've worked way better.
yeah, man, no, that's actually yeah, that would have felt a lot nicer because yeah, it's funny. I was like, "Oh, I feel like that," but at the same time, I also got that match graphic, and it's the thing I'm most geeked about now, so
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm for it too. Then my high point had to be, the Hangman Juice match, specifically Jay White, returning. Juice Robinson is awesome. The whole Bang
yeah.
Bang Gang in general, they're my high point.
Yeah, and it's funny because yeah, with Jay White out, the guns really hadn't been done. Like they've been on it a bit, but they have nothing major. And Juice Robinson, like little flashes, especially with Hangman stuff. But then all of a sudden it was like, oh, here we go. I'm back in. I might have to find me some Bang Bang Gang merch now.
Yeah,
I'm all about
dude.
the them.
Dude, I think they're my favorite faction.
Yeah. Do you know that? So somebody tried to count how many factions are in AEW.
A lot.
Guess. Guess.
Uh, 21.
18. that they could think of off the top of their heads. There could have been more. It was like one of those ones they just started listing them all,
Yep,
and
yep,
that one didn't even include Hurt Syndicate. So
yeah. I think the Deanna Purrazzo, she's calling it the family
no, yeah,
with Taya Valkyrie. Apparently, they're
yeah,
doing shit on Rampage that nobody watches, but
we'll never see it.
but yeah, unlike you, I watched it live. The whole episode flew by for me. I wasn't watching it in the wee hours of the morning,
Yeah,
so it was not really dragging for me. Yeah, really like it. I think Yuta is getting kind of some exposure that's good for him.
yeah.
I think he's gonna turn.
That was the consensus on the review I listened to on my way home to record this. With his, yeah, people think he's going to turn.
Yep, absolutely, he's turning, and I'm okay with
It's going to
that.
break my heart. It's going to break my heart,
It,
but that'll put him over too. Like, fuck
yep,
that guy. Okay, cool. He's got real heat now.
yep. I think that'll get him more attention than just being goody goody Yuta,
Yeah.
because we saw that glimpse of
Yeah, that
freaking
flash at the end was the most interesting I've been in Utah yet.
yeah, man. He had that little glimpse of rage that he's been training with those guys for years now.
Yeah.
So like you can't just lose that.
Uh-huh. Oh, that was
Uh,
a cool finish to that match. It was like, no, I don't want to do this. Ow. Ah, fuck you. It just like wrecks a dude. I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay. There's something
y-
weird going on here.
yeah, yeah. I think he's turning. I'm okay with that. I think it's great. Um, yeah, I think Monet should join the Hurt Syndicate, or how else could they do this? They Monet could reject them, but Camille could join.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
might that might be equally as good for me.
Huh.
I think that could get Camille over
That'd be cool.
pretty well. Again, I want Scorpio Sky to be the Cedric Alexander
Yeah.
of the group. I think that he'd be a perfect fit for that.
Please.
I think Ricochet could be a good candidate for that too, that spot. But yeah, man, dude. AEW feels good right now. None of
Yeah.
that
Yeah. That's
backstage drama. None of that. Are they are they getting canceled drama? Like,
yeah. No, and even like the low points in the show for me now really aren't that low. Ugh.
nope,
It's not like the
no.
cringe worthy, like, oh, why the fuck are they doing this? It was just like, man, could have did without it, but I didn't hate it. Like,
The stretch of Jericho low points for
yeah,
2 months straight.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to their new TV deal. I can't wait to just watch that on Max.
yeah.
Um,
No more
I don't.
Hulu.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, yeah. Um, let's see, what do we got coming down the pipe here? Next episode is going to be our Wrestle Dream predictions.
Yes,
We'll
already.
already, yeah, we'll have Chandler back for that, and see, yeah, then we're going to be at Wrestle Dream Live. Um, I'm gonna bring my notebook with me to the pay-per-view.
Really,
And no,
I was
no, I'm
wondering.
not. I'm not. I'm kidding. Uh,
So you're gonna then have to go buy the pay per view and whoo
Yep.
whoo. It's gonna
Yep.
be a long weekend.
Yeah, I know. I know. Um, Man, I don't remember how we did that last year.
Uh,
How'd that go down? I don't remember buying the
we-
pay-per-view just so I could
I think I
re
ended up buying and watching it, but we weren't doing the podcast yet. That's how we came up with the idea. Was the drive
Oh,
home. This is the
what?
inception. Wrestle Dream was the
You're
inception. We drove together and it was like almost 1 in the morning. Like, we should just do a podcast, man. Then I was like, I used to kind of do that stuff for a living, and then I think sometime in November is when we started recording.
So our Wrestle Dream review is also going to be our 1 year anniversary Grapple
I th-
Sauce.
well, I think it's more like that. That's more like that was the anniversary of the inception. I don't think we actually reviewed Wrestle Dream because it took us like a
No,
month or so to like figure this stuff out. We did like, came up with some graphics, had to like figure out the technology because I'm old and most of all the streaming stuff didn't even exist when I was doing this in before.
true. Yeah. So our first video, let
Yeah.
me just look here.
Sometime in November, I would imagine.
I remember it being October.
Oh, wow, were we that quick? Wow. Well, maybe I'm not giving us enough credit.
Um October 21st.
Oh wow. Well, geez, that's like 3 week turnaround from my idea to the first one. That's pretty good.
Yeah, man. October 21st, man. Because yeah, that was the first. That was
Yeah.
when Wrestle Dream was last year. Cool. Yeah, this is crazy looking at the old
Right? The
our
first
first
graphic.
three our first three videos were just a still from our
Yeah.
episode. And our very first thumbnail was did MJF get his belt back? That was when Jay White stole it.
Yeah.
Wow, man. This is cool. Yeah, looking back at these.
Yeah. We've
Um
come a long way. This looks oh, there we go. The Grapple-Sauce guys are our outrunners marks. November 10th.
yes.
November 12th, 2023. We called it almost a year before they took off.
Absolutely we did. Yeah, man. This is awesome. Yep, looking back at this. I remember we popped off with the AEW Full Gear predictions,
Yeah.
124 views. We're like, "Ooh, what?"
Right? I know looking at these numbers, 7 views, 20 views, 12 views.
Yep. 8. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. Yeah, man. So yeah, this is fun. We're
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah. Oh, there, the first real one that wasn't a short or like short form that popped off hard for us was CM Punk returning.
Yep. Yep. It's still at 600 and something.
Yeah,
Yep. It
that's
never
funny.
never bumped up after that, but yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah, CM Punk, and we were like debating for a while, like we got to put CM Punk in every thumbnail
Yeah. I mean, for
just
a
to get
hot
views.
minute there, every wrestling YouTuber was.
Yeah, they were. Yes, they were. But yeah, man. So we'll do our, let's see, the 21st this year. Uh, trying to plan when our 1 year anniversary episode will be. So the 21st is a Monday, so it'll probably, yeah, Monday the 21st, we'll be doing either a retro view or
Oh, that's
whatever.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
cool. So it'll be our 1 year.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that's crazy. We've been doing this for a whole year. Unbelievable. But yeah, now that we're getting into winter, we're gonna have more time to push out more fun content, more short form.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to throwing my editing pants back on. I miss it. It's definitely my favorite thing about all this. I love editing.
Dude, that little demo you made for What Culture was unbelievable.
Yeah, I
Like
was
the
pretty
things
proud
you
of
did
that.
for that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Looked great. Yeah, Chad tried to get a job with What Culture.
I got
Um,
close.
he got close. Yeah, man. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, they had a lot of submissions too, apparently, which I was like pretty proud of that.
yep, absolutely. But yeah, cool. We'll be doing our Wrestle Dream predictions. Me, Chad, and Chandler will be there live,
Yeah.
and should be a really great time. I'm gonna drive to Tacoma. I remember last year we were uh, not necessarily on time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we walked in. Yeah, we came in right behind Claudio on his entrance.
Yep, yep. How they come in through the
Yeah, they
crowd.
stopped us, and it was like, "Stop," and you just see this giant muscular back in front of us, like, "Holy shit."
Yeah, that was fucking insane. Yep, yep. That was cool. Well, cool. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that just about does it for the show. Um, Thank you, Chad, for joining.
Oh, thank you, sir. It was a fun one.
Yeah, it was. All right, man, you're gonna get some sleep, and I'm gonna have to catch this new Salem's Lot remake on Max, the old Stephen King vampire
Oh,
movie.
yeah, I remember
Uh,
that. Well, I remember the book. I'm a big, Stephen King mark. Wait, are you a mark for books, or is that just a wrestling
yeah, you're a mark.
term?
I watched the 79 miniseries version last
Nice.
week to get ready for this. So, yeah, looking forward to it. It's
Well, you have
probably
to
gonna be
tell me if
hell.
it's worth a watch.
Yeah, yeah. Check out the trailer first. You'll be hooked off that.
Cool.
But yeah, cool. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the thing.
Ooh, it's time for the thing doing.
Time for the thing. All right, everyone. Bye.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Bye.